Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sandbox Wednesday stream. I hope you're all doing all right. I had a little bit of a slow start getting all set up here, but we're here. I know, I'm sorry, Salaz on YouTube. I had some things to take care of, but we're here. We're ready to play your games. So if you have a game that you've made, or you don't even have to have made it, there's just a game in the sandbox that you're like, this is really cool. I need everybody to
I'm a
see this
fan.
right now. This game's multiplayer and I want people to play with me or whatever. Let us know cuz we want to see it. I'm checking. I did post out a tweet. I try to put a tweet out before we go live to be like, hey, we're about to go live. And then I need to see if anybody replied to that to let me know. Did anybody reply yet? Not yet. So nobody's asked for a game, but you can ask right here in the chat if you've got a game that you would like us to play. But we're gonna just pull out some. So we're gonna see what's there. We're gonna explore. Let's see what we've got going on here.
We're gonna run around.
Yeah, we're
Have
gonna
some
run
fun.
around. I kind of want to. Honestly, I kind of want to go back to the bank job because that was a ton of fun. You know what? I never checked back to see if was it
Oh,
deep sea?
lanternfish.
I don't know if they fixed that issue or not. I don't know if they saw my comment, and I think I have an email from one of their developers. Okay, yeah, they haven't replied back to me yet. So I'm gonna try emailing them. I'm gonna try to remember to email them. Lucas, put a note in the chat for in the Discord chat for me to email Yobiki.
Done.
And I'll do that. But let's check out what we've got. Let's see what's featured right now. Let's check out these games here. Close your eyes, and Alex says stop. What? I'm sorry, Pickaxe Master. I don't know what you mean. Let's see. We did space fighting. We're like, it's good, but it needs more.
We need more.
And we actually they were in the chat, right? Weren't they?
Yes, they were. They said they
said-
are working on more, so we said huzzah.
Yeah. So there's all the Dystopian Land, Legends of Cassandra. Actually, I should point that out. If you were interested in the event for Fist of the North Star, that event was extended to, I want to say, the 24th, if I remember correctly. Fist of the North Star, yep, was extended to the 24th. So if you were having issues completing those before, it is still open. You can still finish your EP for that event.
Can I just say that if you actually go back to the Fist of the North Star page, they have like a little where the text scrolls across the screen, and it's just white text on a black background, and it's super 8-bit looking. And for some reason, I really dig that. I adore that type of a crawler. There you go. I don't know why, but the first time I saw that, I just went, "Oh."
I think we can see it better if I shrink the window a little bit, because it kind of collapses it as like a narrow banner. But you should be able to read the text better this way. Yeah.
But yeah, I like what they did with that. I know I think it's one of those situations where less is more, and they really leaned into the 8-bit style, and I gotta really appreciate that.
Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna say Mekimi. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. I am French, and I come from Rennes. And a project of my year in a developer school was to develop a game on the sandbox. Really? That's cool. Are you still working on it, or is it all done and you'd like us to check it out? Because
I would love to check it out.
If you've been working on something for a whole year, definitely want to check that out.
I have questions for them.
Yeah, let us know in the chat.
McKimmy, when the sandbox updated from like 0.8 to 0.9, 0.9 to 0.10, did that require you to update your project, or did you keep it in a specific version? Like, I would love to hear more about this project.
Interesting. A multiplayer race car game. I'm curious to know how they're doing this. This is in French. I think. Oh, it's
Can
in
I
English and in French.
can I um, bring my own race car?
I believe you have to race with a Renault.
Hmm.
Would it be said Renault in French, or is it Renault?
1 second, blowing up the screen. Uh, where?
I don't know the proper
Oh,
way to say this.
Renault. Renault. I don't know.
Well, let's give it a try. Let's see what's up with this. Had some issues with completing EP in the new event for people belonging. Okay. Definitely a good thing to bring up on the comments on their page. I know that especially for the official Sandbox stuff, that people will check on that and see what people are saying. So report those issues if you encounter them. There we go. There's the audio. Good evening, Tom Voxel. How are you? Oh, and we got a link to their sandboxing, so we're gonna check
Yes, we
that out in a
do.
bit.
And I was gonna say, let me find a Sandbox link instead of a personal link.
Well, oh right, it's probably not Tico. Well, there have been. I'm trying to remember what they look like. There is like a shortened version of the sandbox links.
And I'm not saying this isn't that. I'm just, if I have the name of their experience, then I can just go to the map and find it that way. And then we don't have to worry about, clicking on links and whatnot.
What's this thing? Read. You're on the. They're your guide to the right direction and the location of the R5 electric charge boosters. Okay, so I think this is official. Oh, we gotta collect the things.
I dropped in the Alex stream chat. I dropped a link for Makimi's Multiverse 1 experience.
This is a highly maneuverable car. I can even drift the turns a little bit. Not quite. I do like jumping though. It's like an Inspector Gadget car. It's been a while since I've heard this song. Used to be on like every single experience. It's just like the techno song. Oh my god. Oh, I see. I thought I could jump over that wall that way, but that's not how that's supposed to work. Oh,
Wait, what is it?
Ah, what? That was a trick. I thought I was gonna be able to pass through there.
That's dirty pool right there.
So I think that asset was probably animated instead of using like a moving platform. But you could definitely do, if you're doing a race game, whether it's like parkour or a sort of car type race game, you could definitely have moving platforms making temporary shortcut openings. Thinking back to like Lego Racers, where like you could launch an attack and it would like open up a door temporarily, or a path to blow open a passageway. But it would be open for you and the other racers. So, all right. Well, that was a nice little race. Very like clean branding. But let's check out this other thing over here. What's it called? Multiverse 1.0.
And I also put a direct link to the experience in the Alex stream chat.
Yep, that's how I got there. So it says, we're going to read this while we're traveling. It says, imagine yourself traveling through the epochs, treading the cobblestones of medieval ruin where Joan of Arc left her indelible mark. You were transported to the 17th century, an era steeped in the genius of Corneille, where passions and intrigues intertwine in the narrow streets. Then you dive into the turmoil of the early 19th century alongside Jericho, a vibrant ruin pulsating to the rhythm of great historical upheavals. Finally, you land in the 21st century, an era of technology and space exploration. Oh, wait. I may have seen this one before. This sounds familiar, actually. I've never played it on stream, I don't think. I don't remember. I think I was just seeing what was like in the gallery at some point. I'm pretty sure I've actually played this like a long time ago. Like sometime last year. So probably like an earlier version of this. But I wasn't familiar with the builder at all. So let's check this out. Apparently, Joan of Arc would be locked at the top of the dungeon by a boss. Alright, so we gotta clear the castle entrance by defeating a set number of enemies to access the boss chambers. Alright, we got some water there. We got some enemies here. Alright, so we're doing, kind of the dungeon crawler thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need a weapon, though. I'm gonna...
I mean, it looks like it would be helpful.
Yeah, hopefully these guys don't chase me out here. I'm gonna...
should try to pick up that skeleton's arm.
I'm gonna go with something a little more powerful, and I'm gonna be a pirate, because if we're talking like this era, I'm gonna be swashbuckling my way through.
Okay.
So we're gonna be all geared up for that, like a musketeer right now.
I'm digging it. You're a fancy pirate.
Aha! Maybe a little bit too OP for these guys. Aha! There's one more. Oh, there he is. Aha!
He's hiding. He saw his friends all get just taken down with drop of the hat.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna hang out over here and hopefully he doesn't notice me.
I do not want any of that heat.
Mm-mm.
Oh, what's this? Is this a hat? Or Chepo? Is that a hat?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm still a pirate.
One would even say now you're an even fancier pirate.
Yes, this is more.
I mean, it looks like you're wearing a moustache on your head. I mean, I know that's where they generally go, but it's a different part of the head. It's the top instead of the front of your face, and you know what I mean.
Right. Well, I think it's that. Well, I guess they're called a Chepo hat. I didn't know what they were called, but like a Revolutionary War hat, like not tricorn, but like the predecessor, the version 2 to to the tricorn, which would be the version 3.
Bicorn?
A bicorn, yeah. Oh.
Andy Ritchie's rating with a party of 15. Thank you very much, Andy. Always appreciate seeing you.
Hey, everybody. That's day, what was it? 172
9,467,000.
No.
Roughly. I could be off by 1 or 2.
I think it's like 171 or 172, something like that.
It's impressive. Whatever the number is, it's impressive.
Unless I'm
anything above 5 is impressive.
It was 160 something on Tuesday. Wait, today's only Wednesday. The extra streams are starting to kind of mess with my sense of schedule now.
I can imagine.
Because I used to have only specific days that I was streaming. Wait, where is she? Oh, there we go. She's patiently waiting. She's like, took you so long. Thank thee for thy valorous rescue, noble adventure. Thou hast brought light to the darkness that ensnared me. It is an honor to stand by your side, Joan. All right. to Piero di Cornelio and agree to aid him in his cause. What's this sparkly? Can I climb this? Oh. Oh. See, I don't think I would have known that I could climb this. I would have thought it was just a wall, but because there was sparkly, I was like, what's over here? What's that about? There had to be a reason for the sparkly. Ooh. Which I think, I do love like the metaverse cyberpunk glowy aesthetic, but one of the disadvantages with that is that if everything is covered in neon, then nothing looks shiny because everything looks shiny. It's like that is a big bird down there.
Maybe it's a hippogriff.
But yeah, when everything is like brightly glowy neon-y, it can be hard to make something stand out and know that, oh yes, that is the thing. Oh, you take damage if you fall too high and grab onto a ladder. Or maybe it's just because the ladder is tilted. I'm not taking damage now.
Love the fact the ladder is a little tilted. If it is, it looks like it is. It could just be an optical illusion.
No, it is. It is. It's going into the middle a little bit.
That's something that's always bothered me when I see ladders, like really long ladders in the sandbox, is them not being tilted, because every ladder I've ever walked on, which is quite a few, thank you very much, has been at least somewhat tilted that I don't fall off.
There's some ladders, like ladders on the sides of buildings that have like the hoops around them. Like those aren't tilted necessarily.
But those are attached to the building.
Right.
I'm talking about ones that aren't like straight up like bolted in as a permanent part of the framework.
Right. Oh, who's this guy? One of his books is in the door of the houses. Find the lever to open the door. There's a lot of treasure in here. Where's this guy we're supposed to be talking to? Ah. Do you know the play Horace by Cornelio? I'm not familiar with that. I'm guessing this guy wrote it. Traveler, I see the fire of adventure in your eyes. Might you lend your aid to a humble artist in need? I've misplaced my 5 treasured books, each containing secrets vital to my work. Will you assist me in finding them? I'll be nice, of course. Of course I'll find them. All right. We got 1 book. Oh, do we have to bring it back to it? Ah, I see. Safe. This doesn't feel safe to me. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, we found the lever.
The more it tries to convince you it's safe, the less it's safe it is, in my opinion.
Was this the door that opened? Or is it somewhere else? I'm not sure which door I opened with that. But we're just gonna try all the doors. We're gonna look around and try to find... Oh, here we go. Some more treasure. Maybe. Maybe not. I think I saw a treasure chest on the other side of the wall, though. Yeah. Or no? What is that? There's something glowing over there.
Bioluminescence.
Oh, was it the door over... There was a door over here, also. Nope, that one didn't open. There is another book right here, though. I'll bring that back. Oh, when was he born? Well, if I'm in the 1600s now, it's gonna be one of these. But I'm not sure. We're gonna guess. The 6th of June. Oh, I got it right. He just had a birthday. He's now 400 and some odd years old.
Pretty impressive.
Okay,
Wait, it doesn't look a day over 300. Talk with the book cupboards says Max. Oh, I think it's Maxime. Maxime, maybe? Makcime.
Oh, maybe.
Maxime. I wonder.
Where the book cupboards. Which book cupboards? There's a nice feast in there. Ah, here's another. Ah, here we go. Who wrote the Cid? Well, I'm guessing because we're talking about Cornelia here. We're going to guess that one. That felt like a safe bet. All right, we need one more.
Pierre Corneille. Corneille. Pierre C. Corneille? Corneille? Corneille.
Where is this last? How do we get in this last door? We tried
you have
that
to think
way.
happy thoughts.
We tried. Ah, oh, this is what they meant. Talk to these ones. Which play is a Roman tragedy? I don't know. But Jesus was alive during the Roman Empire, so I'm guessing it's that one. No? I got it wrong. Okay. Horace.
Trick question. They all are.
Now, well, Horace also sounded sort of like a Roman name, so I guessed that one, and that was correct. All right. Discover and accept the painter's request for assistance. This guy gave us the hint. Do you know the play Horace? I talked to him earlier, and I didn't remember that he said that.
So Hassan over on YouTube asked the question. It says, I was looking at the Sandbox LinkedIn and was wondering if it's true that the company is based in Hong Kong. And
sort of.
Yeah, I would say the Sandbox has offices, headquarters type all over the world. I know there's one isn't there one in Paris, one in Hong Kong? There's one in the United States. I think it's in California. Don't quote me on where these locations are. I just know that there's a number of offices around the world.
Yeah. So the Sandbox started in France. That's where our CEO and COO Arthur and Sebastian are from. And their main studio for the Sandbox is in Argentina. And then Animoca Brands out of Hong Kong bought the Sandbox back in, I want to say, 2017, 2018, something like that. And now we've got offices in California, USA. We've got offices in what's across the way from Argentina?
Peru?
No.
I'm really bad at geography, so there's 95% chance I'm wrong.
Why can't I think of the name? Uruguay. Thank you.
Uruguay.
I was like, the name was just escaping me. And we've got some people working in Germany and the UK, and I'm in New England, so like we got people all over the place. I work from home. I'm not working out of an office, but yeah. But Hassan said Jesus died in 0 BC. Well, I think the dates are wishy-washy, but you would say he was born in 0 BC is generally when we put that date. But you can write a play about somebody at any point. Like you can write a play about somebody who isn't born yet in the future. So I was thinking, because
Terminator is a perfect example of that.
Right.
That's a play, right?
It's by Shakespeare, and it's about the future of the real future of robots. It's one of Shakespeare's famous historical plays.
One of my favorites.
But what I was trying to say was that Shakespeare wrote the play Julius Caesar in, I want to say, like the 1400s. Was that when Shakespeare was alive? Somewhere around there. But it's talking about Julius Caesar, who was alive before Jesus. Like that happened, I want to say in like 100 or 70 BC, something like that. I don't remember exactly.
William Shakespeare was born in April of 1564.
Of what year?
1564.
Oh, Shakespeare. I thought my brain was going Julius Caesar, and I was like, he was not born in 1564. Okay, so I was off by like 150 years with Shakespeare. That's actually
That's pretty good.
Shakespeare is very close in time to when we're talking to Di Cornelio here. They were basically contemporaries. But yeah, I was just thinking, like, if it was a play, there were Romans around, like Rome had conquered Israel at that point, so that would have been Roman-ish, maybe, but I'm not familiar with the play really. Okay, so we got to find this painter, and do we maybe need to talk to this guy one more time? No, we already had that conversation. So I guess we can go back up, maybe.
You can do whatever you want.
The way we came.
You make sure you climb the right side of that ladder. That's why it's tilted, because it's so long. They're like, we don't want them to have to guess which side of this is the right side if they can't look all the way up and see it.
You're not the police of me. I'm gonna climb on the wrong side of the ladder and then get stuck. Wow. And then fall. Okay.
You know what?
I deserved that, right?
I'm proud of you for living your own life. Good for you, Alex. Good for you.
No, go in where? There were a bunch of doors. We have to go back down. Ooh. Okay, we're almost out of health here. Was there another door that we had to go through? Or maybe nope. I could see there's like a futuristic, not futuristic, but aha. I saw that car sticking out there earlier. So I knew that there was something over here, but there was a wall here before. The wall is now gone.
Oh.
So, in a situation like this, like, we completed the quest over here, and from this point, we can't actually see where that wall was. So that's a good opportunity to, like, have some sort of something shiny happen over here and be like, hey,
a gleam of light.
Look over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got
different arrow pointing.
Different VFX, different things that you can do to kind of guide the player over here. Just because it's like a blind corner, so you want to raise attention so people don't miss it.
Whoa. I can tell you my gaming style personally, I would never find that without some form of indicator.
All right, we've got definitely a more modern city here. We're looking pretty recent time period. We're not really fitting the part anymore. I'm feeling a little out of place with my gear here. Let's
Do you have futuristic gear?
Well, I don't know that we're in the future. I think hey, this fireman's coming to heal us. Thank you.
Hey, that's nice to him.
Yeah, that's super nice of him. I mean, I could be an astronaut. We could
Yeah, you could. You could be anything you want to be.
Here we go. I like those arms better.
Nice.
There we go.
You are so ready for space.
I think I don't remember what year we said that the description said we were going to be in now. It just says the 21st century. So that's like now. All right. Where is this painter? Whoa.
And this indicator showing where to go doesn't have to be overly intrusive. Just something. Like, even if it's just at the beginning, you tell people, hey, just because you go down an alley 1 minute doesn't mean that alley is going to be the exact same the next. Let people know that walls could be disappearing, that
Right.
things
Yeah.
could be changing, and just something to indicate in advance or something to indicate after the fact.
Yeah.
Just one or the other.
So some different ways you could do it. You could take this character, and instead of having him right here, he could instead be over here. So
Mm.
when you bring him the book pieces,
Things
you
disappear
then
behind
see
him.
this wall disappear as a result. Um, you
Solid.
because we already know we're like traveling through time. You could have some sort of shiny block indicating like this is a future area that you can't access because there's a magical mist here, and then it clears away and lets you through the portal or whatever. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do that, but yeah, I would suggest given some sort of indication because players get easily distracted.
Or you could have a Stargate there,
You
or
could
some
have
sort of like some non-copyrighted circular portal thing.
All right, so we found the artist here behind this waterfall. Can I swim up this? I can. What's up this way?
So Hassan is asking if a camera pan would be possible. Their exact comment was, "Don't know how advanced the Game Maker is yet, but maybe a camera pan would be cool too." Would that be something that's possible? Can you force a camera pan?
It's not possible yet, but that is something that I know that we want to add as some more camera controls, allowing creators to kind of direct player attention. Now, one thing I haven't experimented with this yet, but one of the things that was in this update is that when you spawn a character, I think the direction of the spawn plate can turn the player's camera. That was mentioned in a patch note, and I haven't tried it out yet. So if you were to use the teleport function, it's possible that it could make the player face a certain way, but then you're moving the player instead of the player moving themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's avoid this creepy dude and let's talk to this one. This not creepy dude. Ah, weary traveler, I sense a spark of adventure in your gaze. Might I implore you for a moment of your time? I find myself in a plight of dire circumstance, for I have lost my most prized possession, the very essence of my artistry. What is it that you seek, painter? I am at your service. Your troubles are not mine to bear, painter. Seek aid.
Wow.
But that is what I am doing. All these answers are mean except for the first one. Why should I bother you with your petty problems, painter? I have no interest in helping you, painter. We're gonna go with the first one. We're gonna be nice.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
What is your quest?
Every single time. So Lucas suggested I take some elderberry supplements, and every single time I open up that bottle, I think your mother is a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
You and me both. Oh, 100%.
I haven't watched that movie in probably like 10 years, so I'm probably misquoting it. Do not return here, or I shall touch you a second time.
Still know what you're doing.
All right, let's oh wait, that's not an exclamation point for me to interact with. That's just it's a piece of art. All right, I'm seeing, oh, it's a little parkour course. What is here? What is this? What is it? Oh, there's a switch. I didn't see it at first. Would you really activate this lever? No. I don't know. Would I? Yes, we're gonna do it.
Would you be so bold?
Oh, and there's another waypoint here.
Okay.
It's a coin. What do I do with the coin? Wait, is this his inspiration? No. Okay. I see another waypoint over here. You seek an artifact? Give a coin. I shall reveal. Oh, okay.
Well, funny thing. I got you.
Ah, here we go. Hey, another tilted ladder. We got an artifact. Is this what he's looking for? Aha!
I bet it is.
All right. Nightclub rescue. Embark on a mission to locate the missing astronaut. Oh, hey. Maybe it's me. Thomas Pesquet, who was last seen entering, I'm guessing a nightclub because it says nightclub rescue. So there is a character limit on the quest name, so you need to make sure that it doesn't go too far. We won't be able to read the whole thing. But let's try this out. Hey, we're teleporting. Woo! There's an effect. Ooh, it's groovy. There's a lot of people in here. This is one of the most hopping nightclub scenes I've seen in the Sandbox. Floating candles and everything. It's like
Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's like Hogwarts, but if a Hogwarts really enjoyed Molly.
All right.
He got really quiet after I said that. I was like,
No, I was laughing.
Did I go too far?
Maybe. I don't know. All right. Hey there, adventurer. I'm in a bit of a bind. Seems I've misplaced my crucial tools for space exploration in this lively club. Think you could lend a hand in tracking them down? Your tools? Not my problem. Sorry, but I'm not interested in playing fetch for you. Man, if I answered that, how many games would I be able to complete? Absolutely, Thomas. I'll help you find your tools. We'll go with that one. This is a very Parisian outfit for an astronaut. All right.
You're trendy and functional. You're gonna go walk on the moon, and you're gonna look good while you do it.
Oh, there's a second floor. Oh, we get a flashlight. So when I said I thought I played this earlier, this was not the game that I thought it was.
Okay. I was actually wondering that.
Yeah. I have not played this one before. There was one that had a similar kind of look to the first area, but it was, and it also involved traveling through history. But it was a different city, and all the layers were like stacked on top. So as you went higher up through the city, it was like further in the future. And I don't remember which city it was, but it was a different city. Sort of a similar concept, but definitely very different in execution. All right, so we got the astronaut his stuff. Thomas is all set. Liftoff spectacle. Witness the awe-inspiring spectacle of a rocket launch as you join the crowds gathered to watch. All right. So one thing to point out, there's some collision here, and I'm not sure why. So it's Did we add collision box viewing for the Game Maker? I feel like we did. I don't know if it works if you have multiple characters selected. We can check that out in a minute. But I'm pretty sure there's a way now that you can see the collision boxes on the assets. So you get a better idea if like there's something blocking the path.
Gotcha.
I feel like that's a thing. It's either that or I just wished for it so badly that I imagined it. I have a very vivid imagination. All right, we're leaving the nightclub. We're teleporting out to...
You think you're colliding with the collision boxes for the candles?
I think
the invisible walkway?
The candles might be an effect. I think the magical candles... I think the magical candles is a VFX.
Gotcha,
because of how many of them there are, and they've all got the little flame things, and the way they're kind of floating in random directions. You can't really do that with...
And the fact that they get, when you go farther away from them, how small they're able to get and still be signified by something. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the VFX.
Yeah, yeah, they're not moving the way an animated voxel asset
You're
from
right.
VoxEdit
Yeah.
would work. Um, uh, yeah, but hey, this door. This is the door that I just
Going through it.
updated. You can see that it's got those little corners, and hopefully, okay, nothing broke. Good, because I
I
just
saw you.
made corrections to that asset and it got uploaded yesterday or the day before.
I saw the stream where you were updating that, and I was like, Alex is back on this door again. It's really been just. It's been like I know you were working on that since the Wizzy the Purple level, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, it worked okay when I first started. I think I started working on the Wizard Purple level in 0.9, right? And so the door worked fine. And then
Mm-hmm.
when 0.10 came out, it actually broke the animations for it because there was the artist who had made it. There were like some periods in the animation name, which actually caused a bug that broke the animations. And it wasn't affecting 0.9, but it was affecting 0.10. But I was able to get it updated, and it's all working good now. Um, and I added some more features to the door. It's got multiple opening and closing animation speeds. So everything about the door is better now.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Halit over on
Whoa.
YouTube is asking about the Sandbox Season 3. We've already had Season 3, right? We've already had Seasons 1, 2, and 3. We're waiting on Season 4.
Yeah. Season
Okay.
3 happened.
Just making sure.
Season 3 happened in 2022.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I just for a second I was like, wait a second.
But Alpha Season 4, according to Seb,
Is
planned for this year. Yeah. And I believe him.
I do too.
Hey, we won. So we were definitely in the danger zone for that rocket. It launched right over our heads.
That's wonderful.
It's too bad that we don't have any like sound effects for that. That would be
impressive. Cool. Perfect opportunity for that to play out.
So I'm curious, Maxime, like what was the assignment? Was this like for high school or college, or what was this just something where you had to like work with a group? Were you working on your own? I'd like to learn more about what started this project for school. But I think it's pretty cool that you got to work on a game for school. I didn't get to work on any games for school, but I didn't go to school for game design. I went to school to be a fine artist and graphic designer. So I had lots of painting and sculpting and drawing and some like Photoshop and InDesign classes.
Whatever the project was for, I think that's like I'm just gonna echo what Alex has said. I think it's really cool that you got to build a game for a project in school.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did anybody have any other game suggestions in the chat?
None that I've seen. If you dropped them in there already, please redrop them. But I haven't seen any come through yet. High school, says Maxime. Collaboration between several schools on campus. Marketing, commerce, and IT. That's awesome.
How many people worked on it?
The cross collaboration projects, especially the fact that they brought marketing into it, and the fact that your high school has marketing classes. What? That's wonderful.
Let's. So campus. I'm gonna open this up real quick.
Go for it.
Okay, here we go. Oops, sorry, I accidentally hid Lucas. He's back.
It's okay.
So Ruin Metaverse Adventures Sandfam powered by Campus St. Mark. The Createverse Sandbox partner based on Sandbox Game. Cool.
You want to drop the link for that in the chat?
Yeah. This is the Campus 3. This is the Twitter link that I followed from the experience page. We've produced around 10 games. There are perhaps 50 of us. Wow. Okay.
That's awesome.
Very cool. I have heard of Createverse before.
Yeah, absolutely.
but I'm gonna
Big X
follow
Master in
these
the
things
chat
now.
saying they've heard him as well.
Yeah. So super neat. The stuff that you guys are doing. Definitely stuff to check out. I hope we get to play more of the stuff. So I'm guessing, like, did you work mostly on this project, or did uh and other people were working on other projects, or do you all kind of work on each other's projects all together? I know that collaborating in the sandbox can be complicated. And Cat Lord over on Twitter asks, "What's Sandbox?" So the Sandbox is a user-generated metaverse of various games, so anybody can build and create. And the whole point of this stream is that we get to play the games that people have been making. Why are badges gone? I don't know. Let's see if mine's visible. It may be a temporary bug. You mean badges in the game, or badges like on? Well, you're not on Twitch, so, and I don't think we have any Twitch badges right now. Oh, hello, K-pop.
So the docs.sandbox.game. The Sandbox is a social experience platform, a decentralized universe of 166,464 virtual lands on the blockchain, created for and with the community, where your NFTs come to life in unique experiences. Now, the reason I wanted to read that off is because Panda said something very similar to that the other day, and I really like the phrase "a social experience platform." Like, that kind of, like, being a marketer myself, the social experience is something that, obviously rings true with a lot of people in today's digital society. Like, things like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter do really well because of the social aspect of it. And the fact that the Sandbox is a social experience platform, that's really exciting, I think.
So you meant badges on the website. So I'm still seeing mine. Um, if you're logged into the same account that you've been logging into and you're not seeing your badges, you could try making a ticket on our Discord, and we can check out why they might be missing. So you would want to, when you go to the Sandbox Discord, it's going to ask for like your account name, and probably your wallet, just the wallet address. And although I don't think we even need the wallet to check on this, because these aren't on chain; they're just on your profile. So yeah, share your username, and we can have the team check why they might not be showing up correctly. Yeah, anytime, Maxime. You are always welcome to join us on our, and anybody else out there is welcome to join us on the Wednesday and Saturday streams, and suggest your games to play. Although, did we figure out what's going on this Saturday yet, Lucas?
I
don't know
was
if you
told
saw...
a maybe. I was told a maybe is what was going on this weekend, so I'm still kind of up in the air. Also, one thing for Allie, really quick. Allie, regarding your badges, I would give it a day before you put any time or effort or work into figuring out why the badges are gone. I'm looking at mine right now. Alex is looking at his. It could just be a little glitch on your side of things for a second. So just give it a day and come back and check and see if it's still there before you take the time to put in a ticket and do all that other stuff, because a lot of the times these things just clear themselves up.
Yeah, it could be an update to the website is conflicting with something in your browser cache. That's usually going to be the first thing that they suggest for troubleshooting, is to clear your browser cache, log out, log back in, and see if that fixes it. But yeah, I still see my old ones. You can tell that I've missed a whole bunch. There's been a lot of events that I haven't had time to participate in, but I've got the season 1, 2, and 3. Those are the super important ones to me. All right. Let's see. Any other suggestions in the chat? Will the season be beta So that's one of the things I've talked about on stream before is that the definition of alpha and beta varies from company to company. As far as I know, I don't think we're calling season 4 a beta season. Usually the way I think about it, and I'm not in charge of this definition for the sandbox, so my way of defining it may be different than what the official way of defining it is. But alpha is, for me, typically when you're adding major new features to a platform. And right now in the Sandbox Alpha, we're still adding a whole bunch of new features with each release. Like we still need to add in saves, more complex multiplayer, player versus player combat, driving mechanics. There's all sorts of things that are still getting added to the system before I would say we're done with major adding of features for what we would want to be the 1.0 release. And then you would go from alpha to beta, where beta is like, okay, all the features are here, and we're trying to make sure that they work together as well as they can. Because we're in a pre-release phase where people are building on the platform, those terms kind of mingle together, and it gets a little gray about where you put the cutoff of, like, there's currently people testing it and building in it as if it's a final release or as if it's a beta, and still technically we're an alpha. So I don't think that those definitions are really important, because you can still build right now, you can still have fun right now, you can still monetize and build your own things, you can still do the play to earn. So I mean, it's when the question always used to be when game for the sandbox, and there's been game for a couple of years now. I can't remember last time I saw that question, when game, because everybody knows that you can play the sandbox now. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. So you can build, you can publish, you can play, and as far as that goes, the platform's released basically. But we're in alpha because this is still alpha software. There's still a lot of stuff changing and being updated.
Yeah, so a lot of things going on.
Why did I close that? I needed that. I needed to go back to the map.
I actually have a game.
Yes, please.
That I would like to suggest. Cyber Circlet, Dragon's Lava Lair. I dropped a link in the Alex stream chat. Okay. It's the #1 on the suggested experiences list, or the featured experiences list. I'm sorry. Top left corner.
Wait, also, was it there and I didn't see it? Oh yeah, it's literally right there.
If you look at their thumbnail, it looks like you're running a gauntlet of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since I was a little kid, I was always fascinated with, like, the knights in armor stories where they ran a gauntlet to prove how amazing they were, and like the axes swinging back and forth, and the pounding hammers, and the flames that would shoot up.
That first night.
There was one in First Night, yes. There's
Sean Connery.
Yeah, and Heath Ledger, I think. No,
First
Night with Sean Connery. Yeah,
that's A Knight's Tale.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
My wife was watching it the other day.
That's such a good movie.
I
love the anachronistic, like you'd never seen it before.
I'd never seen it before, and I loved it.
I grew up with that movie.
I thought it was so much fun.
I love the anachronistic, like, oh, we're just gonna insert Queen into the joust, like We Will Rock You. That's a special movie.
It was really good. He was so young, such a baby.
Yeah. All right. So we're loading up.
This reminded me of the.
Oh, this is by Fact Bros. Fact Bros are the people who made the thing that inspired me to do the shooter. They did the hammers and stuff. So I'm a little pumped for this.
I was going to say, like, I saw the name Fact Bros, and I was like, I'm going to suggest this, and I'm going to ask Alex why I remember this name to remind me. And that's exactly what it was. Because I know them from a bunch of other things, but there was something specific that was on the tip of my brain. And that is the first-person shooter stream that we did.
Fact Bros is a team out of Korea, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
With, I think, Shanti, who was in the Creator Fund and worked on staff for a bit. Yeah. They make some really impressive stuff. All right. Cyber Circlet mission. Complete the given mission within time. Ooh, we got some epic music here. This is like Star Wars style music.
I hear it.
It's got those little John Williams like horn hits. All right.
Oh, very much so.
So circlet, pickable, and right click. Are you ready to command the Cyber Circlet?
Yes.
Sure. Summon the Cyber Circlet and control its power. All right, so we got power, burn, target, save NPC, random weapon gotcha, kill points, and data. There's a lot of like arcade information going on here, but let's go with well, how do we pick? Where do we go up here? Grab this thing. Escape the portal active. Okay, we got a giant hammer. Can we squish these guys? No? Okay, the timer's counting down. We got 24 minutes. How many hits does this guy take? Okay, there we go.
All of them, Alex.
Oh no! They've spotted me.
I mean, you did just like murder one of their friends, so
I'm gonna murder more of them. So we're getting kill points. We got 1024 kill points.
10, That's a lot of kill 24? Points.
Yeah, 1024.
Where are you seeing that?
At the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay, cool. I was looking at the left side of the screen.
We get those points for squishing these skeleton dudes. I like how they explode into bones everywhere. Can we break this thing? Is that what we do? Okay, we just run into it. All right. Oh, that's what. Oh, we're saving the scientists. We're getting data from them. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Here we're crushing a giant. What is this thing?
I think.
What is this thing? Like... What is this thing?
That's so cool.
I don't understand how it exists. Like, was that made out of like the VFX cube of several of them rotated together?
I don't know, but it looked really cool.
That was interesting for sure.
Speed boost?
Oh, there's a dragon dropping fireballs.
That's actually a dragon number 2.
Dragon number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we saved another scientist.
Dragu.
What else is going on here? Okay, I think we jump across the lava here. And, oh, hello. We're gonna whack these guys from a distance. Now, can we upgrade our things? Because that thing at the beginning looked like we could level those things up, but I don't know if we have to run back to do that. You know how I am with running back to do things.
I am. I mean, I do. I am makes no sense in that situation.
Oh, I got a data thing there. So I don't know why the music stopped. I would have liked there to be the music still. It feels very quiet now. Music, and also the hammer needs some sort of noise when it comes down. Oh wait. Oh, that's right. I can click. Can I attack this way also? Oh, I am almost out of health. I'm in danger. There's an arrow telling me to go that way, but I'm gonna try running back to the start and see if there's a way to heal or upgrade something. We're gonna see what options I have over here. What happens if I put this down? Warning, the E button is only used to change weapons during battles and missions. What does that mean? Press 0 on the keyboard or right-click on mouse. Oh, I'm like throwing something when I do that. Wait. Pick the thing back up. Did I mess it up? Did I break the game by doing that?
Ooh, Alex, we've got a question from Web3. He said, "Hey, Alex, I'm
What's up?
developing a game for the Builders Challenge, but it's a multiplayer game, and I have no one to test it with. I think we can possibly help them." There's a second part to this, though. They said, also, the link to share the game to test hasn't been working properly. So maybe we could help them troubleshoot the share link. And
Okay.
also, if we have time left, play the game with them.
So somebody mentioned that on the last stream also. Oh, I had to jump to pick it up. Somebody mentioned in the last stream that that there was an issue when they were using the share game link, that their stuff wasn't working. They had they were trying to do projectiles, and when they tried doing projectiles with the in multiplayer, it wasn't working, and I wasn't sure if that was related to the share link not working, but they also mentioned the share link having issues. And I've got 2 health left. There, we can save the scientist at least. I need health. What's this? It healed me. I got exactly what I wished for.
Ask, you got it. And ye shall receive.
You got to manifest that those healing potions.
Mm-hmm. Is that a bone cobra?
I think it's a bone cobra. I couldn't have thought of a better name. I was gonna say bone snake, but bone cobra is so much more. It's a better name. It's just a good name. It's a good name. Oh wait, I keep forgetting. I have I can plant bombs.
You know what? If I was like looking for a name for a heavy metal band, Bone Cobra. Done.
It's like you've heard of the Scorpions, but have you heard of the Bone Cobra?
People are like, no, I have not, but I need to listen to them right now.
It's like the best 80s hair metal band name.
I was just about to say, I'm thinking like 80s power ballad, like leather vest and nothing else. Well, I mean, you know, pants and whatnot, but like leather vest and I like
pants are
long
optional
hair.
For Bone Cobra. Honestly, they don't call you Bone Cobra for nothing.
Bone Cobra plays by its own rules, no one else's.
I mean, if the Red Hot Chili Peppers can get away with it, I think Bone Cobra can too.
I don't know why I tried to put Bone Cobra in a box.
In boxers, you mean?
all of the above.
All right. Oh, we're smacking a giant. Did we just killed a mountain?
I mean, it got in your way.
We just killed a mountain.
It got in your way. Nobody gets in Boo Boo's way. Nobody.
All right. There was something over here. I don't know. Is this like an optional path over here, or this is just?
Not Jackie Chan says, I haven't heard Bone Cobra's music, but they're already my favorite band. As it should be. As it should be.
Oh, okay. It's like my A key stopped working for a second. I couldn't move left.
So you're just, it's an automatic hammer smash. You don't get to control this in any way?
But I do control the bomb drops.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I think they could have me control the hammer. But honestly, it's kind of, it almost becomes like a rhythm game where you just have to kind of feel the smack. You have to kind of time where it's going to end up. Yeah. And I mean, I think, you know, you can still do left click to do your attacks. So the hammer's just like one of the options, but it is automatic.
Okay. It's nice. It's convenient.
Yeah. Can we break this tree? No? Okay. All right. So that was a little
Bone Cobra would say yes.
Oh, I missed a scientist over there. Okay, they are now rescued. Let's go back to where
we just walked right past him. He was like, hey, did you forget about me? Like, what the heck, guy?
I didn't see him there, I swear.
Are you able to walk into the lava, or is it just
I
a
haven't
invisible wall?
tried, and I don't plan on
Fair enough.
it. I mean, I think we can step on that, and oh, yep. No, the lava hurts. Like
Lava's
obviously the lava's bad.
Good to know.
But you know, just for science, we checked it anyway.
It's important.
Did I get whatever that was? There's nothing else over there. Okay.
Maybe you should check if the lava hurts you over here too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does.
That thing sticking up out of the ground looks like you should hit it with a hammer. It's next to like
The tree?
It's like no, it's like 2 white blocks sticking up out of the ground next to that red circle. It's like almost like a little.
Yeah, it's like sand or something.
It almost looks like a nail.
Like a nail?
Yeah, because it looks like it would fit perfectly under the head of your hammer, and I'm wondering if you could hammer that down.
Where did you see this?
Okay, if you...
This thing?
No. There you go. That, yes. So, okay.
It's just a rock.
Yeah, but it looks like it could be hammered, like square peg, square hole.
Yeah. I smelled what you were cooking.
Appreciate it. And you are just really working it with them bombs.
The bomb is definitely kind of OP. Like, I mean, I was doing okay with the hammer, but I was running low on health. But now that I know that I can lay a bomb and you just kind of like, you know, run away. Yeah. Definitely makes things easier. Would be
proud.
That's all I ever wanted. I just wanted Bone Cobra to be proud of me. Have you watched Only Murders in the Building?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. I think you'd enjoy it probably if you like murder mysteries.
It takes a special type of murder mystery for me to get interested.
Well, it's with Steve Martin and Martin Short playing 2 old guys as they do.
The 2 Martins are together?
Yeah, they're like inseparable.
I'm already a little interested. Say more.
I mean, I grew up with them in Father of the Bride. That's where.
Yeah.
Every party has a pooper runs rent free in my brain. Yeah, Martin Short and Steve Martin play two old guys in a building, the titular building for Only Murders in the Building. And Selena Gomez is a young millennial in the building as well, and there's a murder, and they decide to make a true crime podcast, and then somehow murders keep on happening in the building because it's like a Murder, She Wrote, and they do make a lot of jokes about that, but it's like a comedy thriller.
Okay.
Because there are some
so
kind of
laughs to it.
There's some intense things that happen, but it's still very much, you know, played for jokes.
Okay.
And you know, it's, if you like Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez, it's a lot of fun. And it's something. Wait, stop. I want to see if there's anything over here. Okay. My wife and I watch it, but the latest season, I think they're. Did season 2 was it season 2 or season 3? I don't remember. The one that just finished.
No idea. I haven't done any of them.
Time is still counting down. Do I get to like pick one of these things? Can I? It looks like I should be able to upgrade these things, but I don't actually know how. Can I talk to this guy? Like, I don't know. It looks like, oh, whoa, what is this? What is this? I've got a swirling army of lightsabers around me, And these things are fully powered. What? And I drop an entire pile of dynamite? What? um so anyway, the latest season, I don't remember if it was season 2 or season 3, whatever the most recent one was, has what's his name, Ant-Man in it.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. And
Crap bag.
He plays a oh, I like these lightsabers. He plays a an actor. Like acting and theater are like a big part of it, and Martin Short's character is like all into theater. And Steve Martin plays like a retired actor basically.
Okay.
But Paul Rudd's character was like in an 80s cop show where he played Cobra.
Cobra?
He was a guy that could like transform into a cobra or something. Like he was like a cop or a detective that could transform into a cobra, something like that.
Was he in Bone Cobra too?
That's what I thought about it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there was a bunch of memorabilia in his apartment for Cobra. Did I already clear out this area? So yeah, I do really feel like music and sound effects are definitely missing. Like I'm loving everything that I'm doing. It's a lot of fun, but the immersiveness is not there without the audio. Like I can still hear my footsteps, but that's everything else is silent. There's no like lava gurgling, and we do have like a lava gurgling audio. What are these? Oh, we push them. I think. Is like one of them not blocked? I don't understand. What is the mission? What do we do? Halit B on YouTube asks, so how can we trust the sandbox then if it belongs to some persons? But I'm not sure what you'll need to clarify your question a bit. The sandbox is a company.
A decentralized universe.
Well, I mean, as far as like the game development part, like, can you trust the software? The Sandbox has been making games since 2011. They had
it's got a long-standing history of trustworthy activity as well. So, I mean, it's not like this isn't a fly-by-night company. It didn't just get started. Like Alex said, 13 some odd years of track record for you to go off of.
They had 2 very successful mobile games. At Pixowl is the old name for the studio, which I think Pixowl still technically exists. There's a couple mobile games they still update. I think they have one for the Addams Family and Peanuts, like Snoopy.
Really?
Yeah, I think those games are still getting some updates. I've never played those myself, but they did have a history of working with those brands, and those are reputable brands. And did we get more time on the timer? I think it said like 24. Hey, Papa Smurf. And Baby Yorg. I made both of those. So
what is Baby Yorg from?
Care Bears. They're like the Yorgs are like they're like rock trolls kind of.
I don't remember that. I used to love Care Bears
from the new series, the one that started like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
That explains why I don't remember them. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good.
I like the new series. I mean, it's cute, and but it's not as.
It still has entertainment value for adults.
Well, I mean, like Care Bears has it. What did I just do?
You blew up everything. Well done.
I guess is it. Oh, it is hurting me. I got it. Oh, I landed in the lava. I didn't time to jump right. Why am I killing a Smurf? Don't kill the Smurf.
maybe it's evilly Smurf. Or bad guy Smurf.
Martin Short and Steve Martin making me think of the Three Amigos. You know, I don't hate me. I haven't seen that yet. I know a bunch of bits from it, but I've never actually watched the whole movie, and I really need to fix that. It's one of those things that like I know I'm missing out by having not seen the Three Amigos.
We'll forgive you. Not forever.
I want to change my ways.
You've got a timer ticking now where that forgiveness will run out. You have exactly 365 days to rectify the situation.
Oh, I think I can probably do it before then. It's got to be on like Prime or something, right? I don't know. Where do you even watch it? I could probably rent it for like $3 somewhere.
I'm thinking it's somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere streaming for free.
The Criterion.
We've got people asking for forms. We got Play Game for Fun and Jim Anderson asking for a form for like a giveaway or something. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
Do we do giveaways?
We do not. We have a firm stance of no giveaways.
No
giveaway stance. Yeah, no free stuff. We are very anti giveaways here. So I don't know what they're talking about.
When I tweeted out this stream, I did say that we do giveaways. So.
Oh, so I'm making a liar out of Alex now. That's not fair.
No, you're just lying.
Oh.
I flipped it out. Uno reverse.
Dare you? Dare you?
Okay. I think we did everything in here. The portal will be activated when you clear the main mission. It works when you turn in on numerical order.
I'm really digging these lightsabers.
Like we did.
Or these laser swords that are flying around you.
Yeah. So, this definitely gives me kind of like oh, I can't. Is it Gauntlet? There's a game that's like an action RPG, and it's an arcade game where you could play like 2-player as you're both like doing a dungeon crawl running. I think it's called Gauntlet.
Golden Axe? No, I think it's Gauntlet. It's kind of like
there is Golden Axe, but that's different.
It's like Gauntlet was the one with like there's like the barbarian and the archer, and like the wizard and the rogue. Yeah. And you were like up top looking down like it was an old Atari game, I think.
Yep, it was 3D, I think, but it was top down. Was it 3D? I don't even remember.
I just remember.
I go to arcades a lot.
Gauntlet 1, I think, was like it was just like straight top down, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. So it's giving me that kind of feel of dungeon runner kind of thing. But there are seemingly semi-puzzle like quests in this, but I don't feel like they're really explained well what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, it's mostly just fighting these guys, which is fine. Like, that's, I can run and blow things up, that's all good. But then like you encounter these things and I'm like what is this thing? It looks cool, it looks really cool, but I don't know if it's like an engine I'm supposed to be breaking. So
is this a world-eating engine, or is this just like a fan? Like, is this cooling the area around it, or is it going to destroy the world?
Right. So I mean, I'm liking the combat aspects of this, but I definitely need the audio for ambience, and just a little more storytelling. I know there's a timer and stuff, but it doesn't feel like the timer is too strict. Like, I feel like it's given me plenty of time to run through here without feeling like panicked. Does the dynamite hurt me too? I can't really tell.
I mean, you stayed at 28.
We can test. Yeah. No, the dynamite doesn't seem to hurt me. That's cool.
So Web3 launched their game. They were able to get the experience to launch. And Alex, I launched my experience on a 1x1. 186 by -3 if you want to help me test it whenever you're ready.
Yeah, when we're done with this one.
Called Battle Subs. Do we have a video news of the day to play?
So I have last week's. I don't think I have a new one today. I didn't see, unless Panda put it in the chat and I didn't see.
Check. Doesn't look like there's a new one yet.
Okay, so we'll play the old one.
Between this one and that one, I would like us to take or at least I will take like a 30-second break so I can run off for a moment.
Wait. Do we have to light all these torches?
Maybe they signify things that you have blown up.
Yeah. Or like rooms cleared.
Yeah.
Oh, there are these little structures that and like they grow. These things.
Yes. What do they do?
I don't know.
You open them up and then.
Well, these things are the treasure chests. They give me like potions and points, but once okay, that thing lit up. Seems to activate, and then see this thing turns on there. So now that light should be on. Okay, so I've missed 2 things on the left. So I mean, I am figuring it out. It's just it's a little esoteric,
a little ambiguous at times.
Yeah. Okay. So I just have to. I don't even actually have to do anything. I just have to like touch it with my body. I have to run up close to it to turn it on.
Gotta get a little physical.
We got one more on the other side. On here. We didn't clear this room at all. I do like how OP I am.
Yeah. Even the bone cobras were like, "No, thank you. We're gonna lay down and crumble now. Thank you very much."
Slither away. Hey, we opened the doors. Is it time for a boss fight? It feels like it's time for a boss fight.
Oh, is there some amazing bone cobra heavy metal music playing in the background? Because if so, I'm sure it is.
Big epic drum opening. What? What is going on? There's fire everywhere. So the fire everywhere does make it a little ambiguous, like what's safe and what isn't.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's intentional. Maybe you want it to be confusing, but it is confusing. Wait, did we beat the boss? Did we? I think we already killed him.
Yes.
We're a little OP.
Did not.
I don't know if we were supposed to have max everything. It did say gotcha, so I wonder if we just got really lucky with the roll and unlocked the most OP weapons.
I wonder.
I'm fine with that. The brain.
One of these days,
it's a brain. It's a brain in there. This is a really cool asset.
I like it a lot. It kind of reminds me of Krang, but no angry face. I saw somebody the other day that had a Krang belt buckle, and it was gigantic, and it was the creepiest version of Krang I have ever seen. But I just absolutely loved it.
Okay, so I got lucky that I saw this over here because nothing indicated to me which direction I was supposed to go in for this bit.
All of the directions.
Every direction.
Mm-hmm. That's why it spins around you in a circle. It's a compass pointing which way you should go.
What's up down here? Oh, it took my weapon away.
How dare?
What is this?
Did you just run out? Like, is it like a limited
Victory! Charge? I think it's just the end of the game. So we got 71,424 kill points, 26,368 data points. We only saved 1 NPC? I feel like we saved more than that.
I know for a fact you saved more than that. I counted at least twice that many.
All right. We are going to take a stretch break and play you the news of the week. We'll be back in just a minute. Just like 4 minutes. And
4 minutes.
So enjoy the news with Panda.
Hello and welcome to the Sandbox News of the Week. I do apologise that we haven't had a News of the Week video for a little while, but we do have one this week. We have a few events here that you can go check out and some contests, but let's jump right into the events. So we still have the Fist of the North Star Dystopian Universe. This is a transformation event. If you own the Fist of the North Star avatars, there are reward pools for you. Take part in the transformation event, and there's an exclusive reward just for transforming. This reward pool increases for every transformation that happens, and fun NFT prizes. So do check this event out. It ends on June 17th. Next up, we have Biogen Art Museum by Agoria. This is open to all players, 15k to everybody that participates and completes all objectives. Go check out this experience. It is very pretty. We then have Play CU with Milk. This is open to all players. Once again, a 15k sand reward prize for everybody that completes the objectives. Go check this out. Make sure to read all about the contest and the requirements to get the rewards, because there are some additional rewards right here. So definitely do go check that out. We have the City Jam Paris. So these are a different type of game jam focused on a particular city. This one is Paris. This is completely community-led voting. So you will need to hop over to the forum, submit your submissions that way. There is no actual gameplay requirement, so you just need to make sure that your experience has elements of Paris within it. Next up, we have the live VoxEdit contest coming to you on Sunday at 2 p.m. UTC. This is a 3-hour contest where you need to create based on the theme and the select color that I give you during the start of the live stream. So I can't wait to see what you guys create alongside me within this live VoxEdit contest. For our mentions of the week, the first mention goes to Hedong, somebody who has placed a lot within the top 10 of our VoxEdit contest with this amazing mech character. Friggin' awesome. Definitely make sure to check out Hedong. Also, experience mention goes to Boop Goop for this lovely social hub. So definitely hop into Boop Goop's social hub. And another one of the experiences for the mentions of the week go to Run Panda Pong. Amazing experience, lots of fun. Definitely go check this one out. And also, don't forget to be rating those experiences. As soon as you have finished playing an experience, you can go back to it and you can rate it out of 5 stars. You can even go over to the comment section and leave yourself a comment right there. We will have a full VoxEdit contest coming to you soon. Keep your eyes peeled over on the VoxEdit Twitter. Also, don't forget about the monthly avatar drop. There, if you own an avatar from one of our official collections, go check out your claims. These are only claimable up until June 30th. If you collect the whole set, that is the legs, arms, chest, and head, by the end of the month, then you will be rewarded with the sword, shield, and a bonus 10 sand. So definitely go trade with your friends or go buy them over in the marketplace. You can alternatively join our live streams where we are giving away some of these pieces of equipment. Oh my goodness, how amazing. So make sure you are checking those claims and claiming them before June 30th because they will go away. Your claims will also have it based on your local time. So for me, my local time is the claim will expire June 30th, 2024, 5 p.m. Now back to your regular scheduled content!
Hey, that's us. We're back. Oh, uh-oh. Lucas, you're muted.
What about now? Yeah,
you're good. You're good now. All right. So we are gonna check out Web3's game. Just a second here. Leave a comment. for Cyber Circlet, which we just played by Fact Bros. Super cool. Needs more music and sound effects. Maybe a little more lore or directions for the player. But a super fun dungeon run. That's a good game title if you want that. Super fun dungeon run.
Man, we were just throwing some killer names out there left and right today.
Hey, it's what we do. Bone Cobra, super fun dungeon run.
Super fun dungeon run is it rolls off the tongue.
We're gonna have to hire the guy who did the Doom 2016 soundtrack. I don't think I can afford him. I'm pretty sure he got like some sort of award, probably several awards for that soundtrack.
It was pretty good. I mean, those awards would have been justified.
Oh yeah. I am human. Comment.
I am also human.
Indeed.
Human stuff.
All right. And oh, well, I did have it up on the map and then it got away from me. So it was submarine something?
I believe so. Battle Subs.
Battle Subs. By Sandman 7. Is that you, Web3? Are you Sandman 7? I'm gonna hit play. And it's gonna show the wrong loading screen probably. Yeah. But then it should open up the correct thing that we clicked on. If we're on the end screen and we click to travel, it kind of like freaks out the loading screen. But I think we're gonna end up in the right spot. We'll see. Yep, there we go. All right. Oh, I already see. I already see Sandman zipping around there. All right, my mouse always does this where it doesn't get locked into the screen, and I don't really know how to fix it. I think sometimes I can get it to go back. Maybe not.
Change it from a borderless window to a bordered window, and then change it back to borderless window.
I mean that might do something. So it's probably gonna make things flicker. I go like that. I hate that.
I'm invisible. Can you see me?
Is the all the full screen stuff happening, freaking out. And nope, did not fix it. Sometimes the mouse randomly decides like, yeah, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna behave, but right now it's not. All right, so we're swimming around. What are we doing, Web3? We collecting things. I see some stuff here. What is it? Oh, is it a little teeny tiny boat?
Grab a stack of torpedoes to the right of you when you enter the experience. Interact to pick it up. It's a pickable item. So once you do that, I don't know what else to do.
I probably.
But that is.
Can I shoot? Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna need that propeller to spin though. I need that propeller to spin and suggestion.
Go on.
Whoa! Oh! Ah! Hold on. Ah! Can I? I got you.
What happened?
Direct it.
Alex, the screen says starting soon.
Oh no, that's because my mouse isn't locked in.
We promise we've already started.
Yeah,
it is soon.
It's because my mouse is not locking into the window. So when I turned my camera, I accidentally clicked on OBS. I could have accidentally ended the stream just then.
Oh.
So I have to be careful to try to keep my mouse
somewhat centered here. Only make left turns, basically. Did I get you? I won! I'm victorious. Okay.
Pew pew.
I'm having some fun here. Can I jump on land? That'd be funny though. Can I jump out of the water?
You're like a turtle that went on land to mate. Watch out, man. Don't get on your back or you're done for.
Wait, can I I'm laying
It
down.
would be
and
really
crawling
funny if a
right now.
giant seagull just came and picked you up all of a sudden.
Caca! Flew off of us. Wait, is there a little boat over here? Can I blow it up?
You can try.
Oh, is it like a mine dropper? It is. It's dropping mines. So, okay,
What
so
happens
my
if you get hit by a
suggestion...
mine?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Hmm.
My suggestion is to use the... Where'd it go? It hurts. That's what happens. We get ouchies.
Good to know.
So...
Jeez.
Sorry. I'm actually really enjoying this. This is kind of fun. Wait, what's down here? What's this? There's just a rock. I got fall damage. So there's a little number pad over there. I'm just gonna fish out of water. Here. Whee! So it is fun to be able to bubble up and bubble down like that. But as far as I don't know how well it would work, but something to try is one, I would have the propeller spinning for the animation on this, just because it should be. But try to on the spawn plate do a VFX setting, and I think bubbles is an option there. And I think the bubbles will probably float up, but if you're moving, maybe that'll still look okay. So as you zip around, you leave a little trail of bubbles behind you, and I think that'd be cool.
That would be really cool.
As far as how to do it, in the Game Maker, Bubble Bobble, I believe that's trademarked. I don't think you can call it that.
Yeah,
Even without giveaways, it's super fun and great knowledge. We are doing a giveaway though, aren't we?
I mean, yes, that was the plan.
We just we're getting there, folks. So as far as the settings go, when you click on the spawn plate, you can add some features to the avatars. For now, what you can do is you can add the health component, a VFX component, and a light component. And I believe those are the only 3 that can be added right now. Epic music. There we go. Okay. So let's add a volume of water here. And we're gonna... we got too many spawn plates going on here. We only need 1. Okay, so we got our spawn plate. We're gonna do visual VFX. So that's not there by default. You probably have health by default. Well, I mean, you have health already from what you set up.
I like to think I'm somewhat healthy.
You're alive, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
But did you die? So we add
Twice.
feature twice. That's
Story for another
too
day.
many times.
You're telling me.
Play sound. That's what the other one is. So you can do visual VFX, play sound, and light. So you could have. This is actually, I think that game that we played for the multiplayer, the Friday show that we did where you're chasing people around, they may have done a sound effect. Actually, no, that was probably on the stuff that you were holding to be that character.
I was gonna say, didn't you put on a costume or like
Yeah,
didn't we
yeah.
like yeah,
And
you were the monster or
you
the
could either be
prey.
the monster or the prey, and you can switch between game sessions. So that it would have been, the sound would have been attached to the thing you're holding. But you could do sounds specific to the player here. So we can do I've never actually messed with this. Sound to play is looping, volume, 3D sound, play condition. So theoretically, like each team could have like a theme song to go with it or something. But what we want is add feature, visual VFX, and let's see. There's ambient bubbles and eject bubbles and void bubbles. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So global scale kind of looks good. Spread. You can make them more or less spread out. I would probably make them less spread out, so it looks more like a trail. Let's add density. We can make them more dense or less dense. More dense, more better. Global scale. I think the 1 is probably sufficient. Distance max. I don't know if that means like how high they go or if that's like how far out you can see them. Let's see what happens if we say 10. Oh, that actually seems to be the speed. So what if we do... Yeah, it changes how... So they seem to maybe always go at from point A to point B in the same amount of time, but if you increase the distance, they'll end up going faster. So it, point A to point B takes the same amount of time. When it's a shorter distance, it takes it moves a slower speed. So let's do like 3 maybe. Area scale. I don't know what that does. Let's try setting it. Oh, that's way too big. 0.25. I'd probably leave that about the same as far as the spreading out goes. Distance depth. Oh, these are kind of like overlapping now. Distance depth. Interesting.
Quite.
I'm not... It like looks like it speeds it up, but I'm not sure if it's... I'm not entirely sure what the difference between that and the distance max is. And then water level above effect. Ooh. And then they pop.
I mean, yeah. They kind of have to.
Well,
all
not while
bubbles
they're
pop
still
eventually,
underwater.
Alex. Oh. I thought they were out of the... I saw the blue ring, and I was thinking that was the water, but now I know what it is. That I actually think about it.
This is the spawn area.
Yeah.
So now they do a little... I don't know exactly what this number is changing, but it is making the popping more intense. Yeah, it seems like below 50, we're not even getting the little pop sparkle.
Can you expand that somehow so you can see the full name? It just says water level ABO. If you hover over it,
I think it's just water level above, I think is all it
Okay.
says. But yeah, there's no way to do that there, but we can do it on another. Like that panel's kind of locked in. You can only do so many things with it. But if we do VFX here, bubbles, injected bubbles, and water level above effect. Oh, you know
Water-
what? That's probably saying what is the water level above the effect. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm just saying what the name is, but it's making me think something. And my mic is doing that annoying buzzing thing.
I can't hear it.
I'm just gonna turn my gain down a little bit here. There we go. That's better. It went away. So I think it's asking you what the water level is above that effect. Something like that.
How do you want the bubbles to go to the water level that the bubbles will go up to, is what Web3 says over on YouTube. Also, Stealth Drop, I dropped the link for today's giveaway form in all the chats. Check it out.
So I'm not sure that I don't know that you can really determine where exactly that water level is. Like, it's typically like this effect, I think, typically would be put on a static object, which is why like it floats above you on the surface here. So you'd really kind of only want that effect to show up when you're underwater. So if you, as a submarine, you go to the surface, it kind of doesn't make sense anymore. Do I have like a fish? Maybe
make it so that there's no surface.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Is make it so that way the submarines are forced to be underwater all the time.
Yeah. Now it's a non-issue.
Oh, but I like non.
It's so good.
There's no issue with non.
I mean, why would there be? Oh, that fish is bouncy.
You know, I wonder. So for the effect area, I guess you could give it no height, and maybe it'll spread. Like, it'll still stay. Yeah. So what if we
It'll still do its thing, it just won't go up.
Yeah. So let's make it so the distance max is only like 0.1. And then and then they just kind of cluster there. And then we can, they'll still
when you
leave
move
a trail. Yeah. It's still, and because it's going to be
what you want.
Because it's going to be in the middle, you probably won't see them too much because your submarine body is bigger than this fish. This fish is going to die too. This fish is drowning underwater.
He is a very odd fish.
Turn off oxygen. Okay. So now it does, and we could maybe increase the density. I mean, even that's okay. Just as a little bit of bubbles. Just a little bit of bubbles. You don't want too many bubbles behind your submarine because that's an indication of a big problem. But now,
the submarine body being bigger than this area of bubbles, you're not really going to see them sitting on the surface, but as you zip along underwater, you're going to see just a little bit of bubbles. And I think that'll add a lot, I think, visually to those submarines.
So Web3 just asked, how do you point the direction of the bubbles and control the length of the trails? And I think Alex literally just answered that.
So, yeah, you can't control the direction of the bubbles. They go up. Because that's what bubbles typically do. Bubbles just they go up. But we can control how high they'll go, and we just set it to be really low. Oops, wrong button. So if you want, you can even just take a screenshot of the settings that I did and then mess around with it. So I would just take a screenshot of this and see if those look good for you, and fiddle around with the settings until you're happy with the way they look with your thing. And you can always press play and see what they look like here. Unfortunately, you can't move this around while this is open, but you can click exit there, and then you can drag this around to kind of see what the effect does, like that. So we set it.
You can drag it around.
Yeah. As long as you don't hit stop. If you hit stop, then it stops. You can also offset the position. So if you want the bubbles to just show up behind the propeller, if you don't want them to come from the middle of the submarine, then you could do that. You could go like, okay, -2. Is that underground? Oh, yeah, that's wrong one. So not -2 there. We're going to put, say, -1. And now those bubbles will be offset. They're not coming from the center. They're coming from over here. So you could try to line it up directly with your propeller. and it'll stay in the same position relative to the avatar. So you can see, they're like way behind the fish here. And as the fish turns, it stays, the spawn position is always going to be at its tail. Like that. Can't really see them in the grass that well, but they're there. So now you'll always have a little bit of froth around your propeller. Other things you can do with this, you can add a light. So we can do a spotlight. Intensity, range, fall off, spot angle. I don't know if you can control the direction of this. You can do the offset. Can we? Okay, it does. It defaults to in front. So it's too bad you can't see a preview of it while you're editing it, though. So we do a narrow angle. I mean, you could do super narrow. And then you could say, okay, we've got laser guided. And make a really long range. It doesn't really. I mean, it's kind of cool. You want to do like surface, like if you were a science submarine exploring the bottom, but you can't see the cone coming out of the light, so that's not as good as I thought it was going to be. There's no like reflection.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It looks good on. It looks kind of cool on the surface, like that. That looks like more than 1 degree, though.
I mean, it seems to. Move forward a little bit. Never mind. I was gonna say it seems like maybe it's when you're pulling backwards a little bit. When you pull back, it lifts. Never mind. Actually, no, it's pretty steady. Where it is.
Yeah. Right now, it just looks like the fish is like screaming. Some breathing fire. So yeah, I don't think the light would be that great unless you're doing a submarine exploration game and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, look at all the fishies. It would look a lot better if it cast more around it. Point light probably just illuminates the area around you. Whoa! Whoa!
What?
That looks cool though.
Yeah. But why is Bone Dragon so glowy?
Because the intensity on the light is really high. We can light up the whole ocean.
Wow. That's impressive.
We're just a radioactive fish, you know. This is how we do.
I was about to say, have you ever seen Godzilla? We all know how that got started. Same basic way.
Infrared. Yeah. So you probably don't want that range to be quite so high or quite so intense. There. Oh, that's still pretty big. Just a 1 meter range. Oh, is it? It was thinking extra hard about it. Oh, you know, I just had a thought about something. I have that Fallout set really high. Fall off. Sorry, not Fallout. I wonder if I don't have the fall off on, will I get more of a laser light? Oh. Nope. Doesn't work that way.
Less spotlight, more lasers. What you're trying to do?
Yeah, I want to see the beam.
Yeah.
But all it does is illuminate the inside of my mouth.
I mean,
and in front of me, but it doesn't.
Fairly useful, but unfortunately not exactly what we're looking for.
You know, I wonder, what if we I don't think this will work, but you never know. What if we put a lot of dust in the air? But I don't.
It works for a real flashlight.
Yeah. I don't think it'll actually
pick up on all that.
I don't think it's going to reflect the light coming off of us, but it might. It might. Area dust. Let's do scale area. This dust is very, like, fine. I want more dust. I don't think we don't have an option for it. Yeah. No. The dust doesn't interact with the spotlights. I didn't think it did, but it was worth a shot. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, that's what I was gonna suggest. The bubbles. I think the bubbles is a good idea. But I do love just running around. This is fun. Shooting off torpedoes. And it works. I mean, at least it worked with me shooting you. Did you try to shoot me? Did it work? Are you still in here? There you are. Ah! Now, oh, are we shooting them automatically? I thought I was firing manually with a click.
I thought you were too.
Both of us. So okay. So this is a thing that we ran into before. The clicking is universal. So if you want people's clicks to be registered independently, you have to put them on different teams, and that can be a little complicated to set up. It's going to require duplicating a bunch of logic. I'm hoping in the next major update we will have like individual player controls for unique keys. I think that's very important for making multiplayer games work successfully. But right now, when a player sends a key in multiplayer, it sends for everybody on their team. Because that's really the only way that you can separate those things is by team tags. So what you want to do, and this is what happens in tiny tanks, is you want to set up enough teams. Your torpedoes are where you died. How do I get it to reset to when you restart? I'm trying to remember. It used to do it automatically where when you respawned, you were still holding the things you died with. So this is something that I struggled with, or that I'm still struggling to like kind of wrap my head around, is forcing items to people's hands. And I don't remember if it was Dancoy. Somebody did a tutorial. I think Dancoy was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still here. He did a little. It was either him or somebody else did a little tutorial on how to force something into somebody's hand. And it had to do with having a message on it. So you could kind of make it that instead of having the pickable, so you get your multiplayer pickable and edit logic, message on pick, broadcast type, message on drop, broadcast range. Was it pickable or was it something else? There was a way to force somebody to pick something up, and I feel like there was like a hidden message kind of. Gosh, I don't remember exactly how it worked. So we'll have to get back to you on that. There is a way to force something into somebody's hand. And we see that in Tiny Tank Mayhem. When you put down the tank that you're assigned at the beginning of the game and you try to walk away from it, it forces it back into your hand. And I don't remember how they did that with this. Oh, you know what? I think if you tell it to interact, okay, I think interact is what picks things up. So we make it pickable, and then you do a trigger volume. And you make the trigger volume smallish. We should actually not have such a big asset for this. Let's change this into something else. We're going to select Aloe's Alpha Banana. Place. Okay. So we got this item here, and we want to force a player to pick it up. We'll say these are your torpedoes. Yeah, not Jackie Chan. We're using the interact message. So typically the interact message is when you press E on an object. That's you interacting. But you can also have the game use the interact message without the player's input to force an interaction to happen. So if we use the trigger volume and we make the detection range small, like this, we can say when you exit, it sends interact. And we don't need an enter message. So we hit play. We're not holding the sword. And then, oh. So I've got other logic going on here. No, stop. Stop. No thanks. Stop it. Stop all the other things. Okay. We had other logic from previous tests going on in here. We're just going to delete all the other objects. There. Okay. Nothing else for us to interact with here. So we want to turn off collision. No collision. And we're going to put it back as just a regular player, so we're not a fish anymore. As much as I like being a fish.
It's quite fun.
Yeah. So now we're running around with the laser on our toes. But when we run through this object, it now forces us to hold it. I didn't interact with it at all. Lucas, can you take care of that?
Already done.
Thank you. So now you can see when I drop it, it's there. But as soon as I run away, it puts it back in my hands. Because when we leave, it's forcing the interact. It's forcing that E press.
So every time it's going behind you, it's because you're actually pushing E to drop it.
When I go any direction, when I go outside of this object's range. So, speaking of range, I had mentioned something about collision borders. Render bounds?
Mm-hmm.
Collision colliders? There's a thing that says display collision colliders, but I don't actually see what it's talking about. I don't see any difference on the screen between those things. I'm not sure. Maybe with invisible objects? Psst. What's up? You got a winner.
I got that winner.
Oh, here we go. So the collisions, it had no collision because collision was turned off.
That'll do it.
So here we go. So this is the collision collider for the tree. If you turn off collisions, there's no collision box, obviously.
Makes sense.
I forgot that I turned off collision on the sword. That's why I wasn't showing up. So
it happens.
When we were talking to, I don't know if Maxime is still here, but we were talking about the running into the crowd at the club. You can check your collisions with this. So if you've got like a whole forest of trees, you can be like, you can take a look and be like, oh, hey, maybe it's like a little bit of a tight gap there. I can like either move these a little further apart, or I can,
or just turn collision off,
or turn collision off on some of them.
I love that they're glowing like that neon Slimer green.
I don't know if you can change that. I think it's just that color. And render bounds can also like give you a more generic look of that. It's maybe a little bit easier to see in some scenarios.
Okay.
But the render bounds aren't actually a collision. The collisions are a collision.
They're just letting you know like what areas to stay in if you're going to do a render of this item.
Honestly, I'm not sure exactly what the render bounds tell you.
Okay.
It is saying like this is the area of that object, but it's not the collision because the collision is something separate. But you can tell how it lines up with the top here. And yeah, as you get further away, it doesn't make a difference there. So I'm not entirely sure what the use of render bounds is.
Anyone have any idea? Message us. Drop in the chat.
I mean, like, it might just make some objects a little more visible. In
like
some
draws
situations.
them to the foreground.
Well, I mean, just like you as a developer, like these are developer tools or debugging tools,
Yeah.
So it might make things a little bit easier for you to see as you're working on it. But I'm not sure actually what scenario, like what is this telling me that I need to know? I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But the collision colliders definitely gives you good information. But yeah, so to get back to this thing, you want a trigger volume, and you can set up how much space you want it to be.
But anytime you leave that area, it's going to put that thing back in your hand. I don't know if dying will do it. We can find out. So we pick it up. We put it down. We run away. It puts it back in our hands. That's cool. Now, if we take some fall damage, we're going to have to do it a couple times. Some fall damage.
Fall damage should be escalating.
Maximum effort.
I feel like every time you fall, if you've just recently fallen, it hurts a little more.
Okay. Okay, so that did not take it with us. But what you could do with that is you could reset the position of that asset
Right next to the spawn plate.
when the player dies.
Yeah.
So in your situation, you want the left click attack to send that torpedo. So you need to make teams. You have to make I don't know if you can set you can set teams. So you can't set a team for just one person.
No.
You can set it for the lowest number you can set for a team is 3. But you want but we know that the cap for an experience is 20. So you basically have to make 20 teams. You can make 20 submarines. You can make them different colors, or you could put different numbers on them. I think that would be a cool way to do that. You got, submarine number 1, USS 2 or whatever you want to put on the side.
Yeah.
So that's how people can tell which team they're on. You can give them each their own little dry dock spawn spot on your map, which would be their team's spawn area. And if you do 20 of them, then nobody's ever going to be on the same team, unless you wanted them to be on the same team.
It's a one versus everyone type situation.
Yeah, free for all.
That's
and in that situation, that's how you're going to have your controls. You really need unless you want one player on a team to make the other players on his team fire their weapons at the same time, which can be a little chaotic. If you want to have the player controlling their weapon, you have to make it free for all, where each person has a different thing. Or you could use different control buttons, so not everybody uses left click. You could say, person A on a team uses left click, person B uses right click, person C uses middle click, person D uses the number 2 or something. You could define those, but you would want to make it clear with maybe like an indicator on the weapon saying, okay, this is your weapon, this is what you click for it. Otherwise, if you're clicking one of the other things, you're controlling your teammates' weapons, and it would be chaotic. So I would just recommend doing 20 teams, making it free for all, because then everybody can have the same control scheme without overlapping who they're controlling. You might, with the rule system, I don't think you can make it proximity based, because the rules operate on a separate layer that's independent from position on the map. So I don't think you could make it so that way you can fire weapons only in your immediate vicinity. But you might be able to do it that way. If it's sending a message to a thing that you're holding, you might be able to make it... No, because I think it would still go to all players. So you're holding one thing, another teammate's holding another thing. It would still send to both of your things. Yeah, I think I thought through that before.
I'm remembering. I'm retracing the steps in my brain I went through as I was trying to figure out like how my FPS setup would work potentially with this stuff. It gets pretty complicated, honestly, because this isn't really what it was designed to do, but we're having fun. So yeah, you do 20 teams. The left click controls independently for each team, so you have to like tag everything out. So you pick up your torpedoes at your sub base, and that you can make that a mechanic. Like your sub base has equipment on it. Maybe you make enough kills and you upgrade the equipment that spawns at your base. You can go back to your base and pick up different weapons. That might get complicated because we're forcing it to pick up when you leave it. But if the player knows that their items are back at their base, then if you could have whatever interactions at your sub base would actually kill this item. So give it like give it a plant behavior, and or a plant component. I mean, it used to be behavior, I think. And give it as a destroy message. So if you make 10 kills and you upgrade from your default torpedo to like nuclear missiles or something, whatever upgrade you have for your kill streak, and you go back to your sub base, you interact with something, and or you don't even have to interact. I think it would be better if you just like swam through your dry dock, and then it upgrades your weapon by killing this one and spawning a new one for you. The way that you would have this item respawn for the player, when the player dies, it would also play that death thing, and it would spawn it back at the base. So message to destroy, you would say you'd say weapon reset, and on the player's health component you would say weapon reset is a message that it sends when you die. So when the player dies, death event, you reset. Yep. Instant death message sent on death. You would say weapon reset. And this would tie to the tags. So you as a player have a tag. So your team red, your weapon would have a red tag on it, and the player's death message for team red, message sent on death, weapon reset, broadcast type goes to specific tags in range, and you can make that range as big as you need it to. You probably don't need it to be that big because your weapon's never going to be that far from you. So we can say like 10, and then it's going to broadcast to the red tag. And then you would have a spawner. Now, if you want an upgrade system, you're going to want a dedicated spawner to respawn this thing when it gets reset. So that message to destroy weapon reset is also going to activate a spawner that's going to put this thing back at your sub base where you respawn. But if you don't have an upgrade system, then I think you could just make this thing have a health component instead of plant. And on the event of its death, it's going to respawn back to its original position. So we say we don't need the plant behavior. We're gonna have Message on. Oh, that's the pickable. What am I looking for? Health. Here we go. Death event is reset. So it's going to put it back to its original position. Instant death message is weapon reset. And its life bar is hidden. It doesn't actually need health. And we're going to say it's immune to attacks, so other players can't blow up this thing. And that should be it, I think. So now we can pick this thing up. We can't put it down because when we put it down, it pops it right back to us. And we're gonna have to do the fall damage thing again, because
just a heads up, but I gotta get going soon.
Okay, all right, we're just about done. One more.
Also, got that winner to announce as well.
All right, let's see. Oh, 1 HP left. And we jump over the side, and bam. And did it reset? Yeah, it reset. Nice. So because we died, it killed our weapon and put it back to its original position. So we would say that, like, this is the dry dock. We went back and we picked up our thing. Hopefully that all made sense. So now you got bubbles. Now you got a system to automatically pick up the torpedoes. You don't even have to interact with them. You don't have to tell the players that they can interact with them. You can just have a little indicator and display name torpedoes. Did I spell that right? Torpedo.
I think so.
Is it ES or is it OES or OS? It looks wrong as I'm looking at it, but I can't remember last time I actually wrote the word torpedoes.
TORPEDOES.
And actually, you could make the enter message can be interact also. It doesn't just have to be the exit. It could be either or. So with that, along with having the collisions turned off, you literally just run through these things or swim through them, and they just pick up immediately. Edit logic. Can we make the trigger volume smaller? Trigger volume, detection range. Nope. Smallest we can make it is 1, which is fine. But you can also make it a box if you want. Doesn't really make a difference. So now we just run through it, and we've already picked it up immediately. Who's our winner, Lucas?
There. Congratulations goes out to Das Mustang. You have won Wizzy's orange hat, my friend. It's all yours. It's a little burned, and it was on the edge of the note for a while. But you know what? It's yours. Enjoy. Wear it with pride, my friend. Thank you for entering the contest today.
And you're very welcome, Web3. This is what we do. We like playing your games, and we like letting you know if there's anything to do to make them better, because we want more people to play your games and have fun, and we want you to have fun doing it. The hardest thing about all of this, I think, is just having to set it up multiple times for each and every team.
Is there a way to replicate, like, hey, all the stuff you've already done on one, like, copy pastes?
So the spawn plates, like this whole setup here, you can duplicate, and all you really have to change is the tags. So you just go Control D, and then you would go over to this one, and you would say, okay, this one is blue, and you would change the avatar tag to be blue, and you change the tag over here to be blue. So you just have to remember to update all of your tags through the behaviors and stuff.
20 times if you need 20 different players.
And yeah, do it 20 times, double check it. And then, hopefully you can get in a game with 20 people and see if everybody's weapons fire correctly.
So if it's set up for 20 and you only have 16 people in there, it'll still work correctly, correct? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay. It'll still work correctly. That you'll just have several attack bays that are
empty.
And actually, I would recommend that you not let other players get into that space. Because they could pick up the weapon that won't work for them. And then they'll have a hard time putting it down. Because we made it so that way when you put it down, it pops it back into your hand.
Yeah. So you have a weapon that doesn't work the whole game.
Well, until you die, and then you're back at your own base. So theoretically, and I've done this on Tiny Tank Mayhem, I've put down my tank and quickly grabbed another tank.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not supposed to do that, but I have done it. But you can't fire your weapon. You can't fire the weapon of the thing that you're holding if you pick up somebody else's weapon. So you really want to either. You really want to avoid that scenario. So if you never let the player press E to pick up their torpedo, they're less likely to ever put it down. So because we can pick it up when we just run into it, nothing ever prompts us to press E. And then if you make your dry dock, a little, place with the door, and the door only opens with your tag.
Blue tag, red tag.
Yeah. Put an automatic door and be like, okay, this is my dry dock. Nobody else can get in here. We tested this out on the stream yesterday. You can set blocks that heal you and damage enemies. So, and again, this is something you have to set it up 20 times, and it's kind of a pain in the neck. Actually, it's not so bad at the blocks, because once you do it once, you only have to change the damaging block and the health block once each for each duplicate you make of those 20.
Gotcha.
You're removing the healing block, making a damaging block, and taking one of the healing block, or taking one of the damaging blocks, making a healing block. You're just swapping out for whatever your team color is. So you can make the floor of your dry dock heal your player. You can be like, okay, this is this space here heals whatever these blocks here are, heal your submarine, so you can return to your base to heal. And if any other players try to sneak in there, it's going to hurt them. But then you also put an automatic door at the end of it that only opens up for your tag. So it uses a speaker component. It senses that you are entering the door space. The door is open. You go through and it closes behind you. And you can do that the same way as you pick up the weapons with an enter and exit sensor volume.
Nice.
Trigger volume.
A little complicated to learn, but once you have it, then it's just rinse and repeat.
And then the rules side of it, I haven't actually set up the rules for this kind of thing, but clearly you've already got the rule working for using the trigger. So you just got to get that rule set up for sending it out to different behavior tags. I don't know how to show you how to do that if you don't know how to do it. I need to look at Tiny Tanks Mayhem, how that's set up a little bit more, and figure that part out. I haven't gotten there yet.
Topic for another day.
Lucas has got to run. I've got, it's already 7:40. I need to eat dinner. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank you to Maxime for your cool historical learning game. To Fact Bros, even though I don't think they were watching in the stream, for your super awesome dungeon game. Everybody should check that out, but definitely needs some music to it. And thank you to Web3, aka was it Sandman 7, for this fun. I mean, you could hear me cackling as I was diving around, but it was fun diving through here.
I can't wait to see this get developed more.
Absolutely. And yeah, let us know when you've made some updates to it. And I'm gonna try to find out what's going on with the share link not working. I'm gonna try to figure that out. Maybe I think we'll do that on Friday's stream, because Friday I've got 4 hours to get the experience published that we've been working on, and I don't think we've got 4 hours left of stuff to do in that experience. Are you shooting at me right now?
The nerve of some
The
people.
nerve. I'm not sure it's damaging me. I know that it worked earlier when I attacked you, but that's something to test out another time. I don't think it's hurting me. We'll figure it out. All right. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. I will see you on Friday. I think we're doing the group. I'm going to be ending early on Friday because we're going to be doing the group game streaming. So I'm only going to be streaming for like 3 hours before then streaming for another hour or two on Friday.
No big deal.
Oh, you are damaging me. Okay. That is working. How dare you? The absolute unmitigated gall. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. We're going to see if we can find somebody to raid. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.